Oh boy. Back in 2014, a little game called Five Nights at Freddy's came out, and the internet fucking exploded. Cut to 2022, and one big ol' nerd decided he was going to catalog a replay of every game that had come out at that point for shits and giggles. Also to reclaim his childhood because he was in the middle of having a crisis and needed something to console himself with. Why he chose killer animatronics, I have no idea, I just go where the serotonin leads me. But before that, he shared this idea with a group of friends just to make sure it was actually good and not a dumpster fire of mental vomit. They told him it was a good idea, but one friend, we'll call him Neil, said, "Actually bro, I have no idea what the fuck is going on in the Five Nights at Freddy's lore right now." This was a call to action. A proverbial bat signal lighting up the night sky. The people needed someone to recap the entirety of Five Nights at Freddy's, game by game, release by release. Someone who could rise to the challenge and create a series of lore compilations in a straightforward and easy to understand manner in between gaming videos. The world needed a hero. And then I realized I was just describing Matt Pat, and I'm about 7 years late to the metaphorical mechanical orgy that is this franchise's hype train. But being outdated has never stopped me before, so let's do this thing. FNAF 1, just the lore, here we go.
Intensive. I'll bet they won't have... Wow, they have it!
Okay, so admittedly, there's not a lot to work with here. FNAF was never meant to be this horror game megalomaniacal beast it is now. It was honestly just a throwaway last-ditch attempt by Scott Cawthon to make a game. He'd made a bunch before this, but his, at the time, most recent one, Chipper & Sons Lumber Company, garnered reactions that were pretty negative, and most boiled down to a frightened, what the fuck is that? Scott used those reactions as a springboard and worked to create the aforementioned 2 Fortnights at Frederick's. But what exactly is happening with all of this? Hi there, and congrats! You've just picked up a job at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. You've officially become part of the Fazbear family, the Fazamily. You'll be working from midnight to 6 a.m. in this cozy little office. But before we get you started with an actual shift, you'll have to meet our quirky crew. This is Freddy, the main man. Bear. Animatronic. The whole place is themed after him. He is our surrogate Charles Entertainment Cheese. His good buddies, Bonnie the Rabbit and Chica the Chicken, occupy our show stage by his side. Over in Pirate's Cove, you'll find the cunning Foxy the Pirate. He's under maintenance at the moment. He's pretty cool looking. A good percentage of the internet wants to yift this thing into oblivion. I do not blame them. That's all from us at Fazbear Entertainment. See you at the end of the week. Okay, so maybe that was a lot at once. Lore-wise, this game basically boils down to you, the new night security, surviving until 6 a.m. You're informed through pre-recorded phone calls that these animatronic characters are allowed to walk around the restaurant at night, as to not, lock up their servos, or are they motors, or wires? I don't know how robots work. Also, fun little tidbit, they used to walk around during the day, too, but then one unfortunate person got their entire frontal lobe fucking snatched by the teeth of an unnamed animatronic. This incident would forever be known as the Bite of 87 and would terrorize theorists and gamers alike with its insane ability to never fucking be solved. But again, now they just roam around when the sun goes down. There's only one problem. If a spooky robot happens to see you, we're informed that their first instinct will be to forcefully squeeze your tender body into an animatronic suit. And nobody would want that. Gee whiz, wouldn't it just be awful to be trapped inside of an animatronic suit as all of its servos and wiring meld themselves into your flesh, causing you to slowly bleed out through ruptures in your internal organs? We're not there yet, calm down. But yeah, if an animatronic somehow makes it into your office, say goodbye to Beachbody Summers. And sure, that sounds like a horrid demise, and it is. But if you'll allow me to play the role of Freud without all of the incest justification, we must ask why these mascots want us dead on sight. Most of the information given to us about the lore of the first FNAF game comes from everybody's favorite company security outfit with a rotary phone for a head, Phone Guy. He relays that the animatronics operate on one crucial Fazbear rule. Animatronics without costumes must be contained, so if you manage to get your dumbass self caught by Freddy and crew, prepare to become human spaghetti. But I'll let you in on a little secret. Phone Guy is full of shit. Throughout the first game, a certain sign in one of the hallways will randomly change to be one of 4 newspaper articles. These explain that there's been a series of child disappearances, most likely due to an employee luring them into a back room and sending them to the great big pizzeria in the sky. Don't worry though, the culprit is eventually caught. After 5 kids disappeared with their bodies never being found, that is. Afterwards, the establishment is closed down. Why? Well, parents started voicing concerns about the animatronics, stating that blood and mucus were coming from the eyes and mouths of the mascots, doubled with a smell akin to, and I'm quoting here, reanimated carcasses. Hey, there's fucking kids in those suits! Yep, these characters are in fact not a result of a Terminator-esque plot of robots gone rogue, but instead haunted by the spirits of horrifically murdered and mutilated dead children. Wow, this game got really fucked up, like really fast. But this story ties together a lot of hidden screens and happenings in the first game. From this screen of Freddy with human eyes, to posters of crying children, and even the phrase, "It's me," it all falls slowly into place when considering the 5 pissed off ghost toddlers. And of course, we can't forget this game's biggest secret. This golden Freddy suit isn't super important at the moment, but he will become pivotal very soon, so keep his spooky ass in mind. And lore-wise, that's about it for FNAF 1. Listen, I told you guys there wasn't a lot here, so this is a short-ish video, but don't worry, we'll be diving deep very, very soon. So like this vid if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see my full journey, and I'll see you all again for my FNAF playthrough's grand reopening.